That end.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you all? How are you all? Oh, we're on. Welcome to our live. It's wonderful to be here. And just about didn't happen because Starlink, Elon Musk, let us down a little bit, but we were scurrying and we've made it. So we're very, very excited to be here. And we just want to tell you a tiny bit about our guest before we show her to you, because I know that some of you know about her and love her. With my family this past week, I was like, you have to see this person. She is just so sweet. You have to come to the live. And then I sent out clips of things that she had on her channel so that they kind of get an idea. But this person that we're speaking of, I think you all know, or some of you know now, her name is Dale Homestead. She, her channel has been going for, let me just see here. I have it all marked down. January 4th of, oh no. Are bad things happening again? No? Okay. I can't make that big. Oh, okay. Okay, it's all right. It's all right. We got it here. Okay, there we are. So the channel's been up for a little while, but I feel like she's probably just kind of started working it in the last while. Yeah. So that may not even mean anything, because sometimes we have YouTube channels and we haven't done a single thing with them. So she has 7.48 thousand subscribers. So she is really working this. Like she probably isn't, but it's just who she is. And she's got lots and lots of subscribers. I remember when she subscribed to our channel a while ago, we were like, oh my goodness, somebody with 7,000 subscribers just subscribed to us. We were so excited. But this is Dale. I'm so excited to welcome her in and to visit with her. And there she is.
Oh, what an honor to be able to be here with the two of you.
That's so sweet of you.
Thank you very much. It's just a pleasure to be able to be with you too.
Well, I have to tell everybody, and Anne, I have to tell you this. So the first time I ever saw you, Ryan and I were in a hotel a long ways away getting supplies, and I was familiarizing myself, getting acquainted with some of the channels that I was interested in.
Sure.
And I saw yours. It was early morning, and I literally just started laughing, and Ryan was sound asleep, and I was like, Ryan, you have to see her. Okay, no, watch. You have to watch her. And I was like filled with so much joy because this lovely burst of happiness came into my life, and I was so excited because I think we're kindred spirits in some ways, you know.
I think so too.
So anyway, so that's how I first saw anything about you. And then I sent my family clips of yours. And then the dragonfly story touched my heart.
I'm telling you, it was all true. Every bit of it. It was crazy.
So I'm going to be quiet. But I want to, first of all, I want to say hello to our friends here. We'll welcome them in. And then I do want to find out about you.
Sure.
Because, you know, you're on there, you do your thing, but I don't really know all that much about you and about what makes you tick. And I want to know how you have so much joy in your life. So let's just welcome these people first of all.
Please.
So, and you were saying hi to people there for a while. So you got lots of pals here, don't you?
I do.
Hi, Jessie and Lisa. Here with bells on, waiting for the live. The popcorn's popped and the M&Ms are ready to be eaten. Yeah. Thanks for coming, you guys. Hi, Linda. So good to see you in the house. Yeah. And Anne, did you get your nap?
I did.
You did?
Scott said, okay, well, we're about to wrap it up. And I went,
yeah.
I was already
and you win everything, don't you? You win.
I used to win a lot. I mean, But I mean, I was such a chatty Cathy in everybody's chats all the time that I think that's why. But yeah, they took my mojo a little bit. So
Well,
I've not
I
won
you,
for a really long time. But if I don't win again for another year, the first year I was on YouTube, I won more than people do, for years. So
just
I'm good.
normally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so there we go again. That is another thing that we like. I literally win. I win stuff. Like, and I just feel like I'm going to win. And like
Good.
today when we were on the live with, I guess it was Rambling with the Brooms, I was like, I'm just going to win. So I mean, how am I going to deal with the shipping and stuff? And then I didn't. I didn't.
I'm always
You
surprised.
did.
Yes, I did win. I did win. That was fun. That was fun.
Yeah, yeah. Hi
Um,
there, Robert and Sarah from Alaska, Curmudgeon. Nice to have you guys here tonight. Hello, one day at a time, Farmstead. Happy that you're here today. We're going to be going to your live too. We've got
yeah,
Black's Tropical Homestead, and they're
my
good pals of
buddy.
yours, aren't they?
They are. I love them.
I love their channel. Oh my goodness. The watermelon with the jello and oh, that was so much fun. Have you tried that yet, Anne?
I have not.
No.
And I mean, Sherry and Bobby are very adventuresome anyway, but she loves to be in the kitchen and play a little bit when it's so hot outside because them living in Georgia, it's terribly hot. So
Yeah.
we talk on the phone most days, and she is always constantly inventing something, making something, trying something in the kitchen, which is just amazing to me.
Yeah, that's a really, really fun channel too. So we've got Rambling with the Brooms, and that's Scott. Hi. Well, Scott felt that they were waiting for Melody. Why would he feel that way, I wonder? I was ready, Scott. I was ready. Hi, Tiffany, Canadian Family Life. Welcome in. Hi there, Kevin, hiking with Jackie Boy. Woof. That was the answer last week. Nice to see you guys here. Thank you for coming in. Rushing Wind Mountain. Welcome.
Oh, food
Nice
by
to have
faith.
you here.
Good. Sorry.
Oh, no, keep going, please.
Food
Anytime
by
you see
Faith
anybody.
is one of my good friends as well, and she is amazing in the kitchen. Also, she grows in the garden, picks it, brings it in, and cooks it right up. And that's just she's a sweet, sweet girl. She giggles all the time. She and her sisters have a big time together.
That's lovely. And Marshall Warden, welcome. It's hot in the mountains today, 36 degrees Celsius. Wow. Hi, Johnny. Gillum Farms is in the house. In the house.
Hey,
We've
Gillian.
got, yes. We've got Brian at the Vineyard Farmhouse. Hi,
I
Brian.
had fun with him last night. I had a
You
good
did.
time.
That was good. That was really, really fun to watch, you guys. Love that. Hello, Tish. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
Just watched your last video with Tristan. It was really, really good. Thank you so much. Mighty Mouth. Mighty Mouth. Hi, Melody and Ryan. Subscriber number 822. I binge watch all 30 episodes and really. Oh, now that's sweet. Thank you
Yay.
so much, Mighty Mouth. That is really great. And Anne did that.
I
And
did.
Brian did that. And that's really nice. We love that so much. Like, this is such fun to hear comments like that. Thank you and welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm just going to get caught up here, and then I want to visit with our friend here.
Please do. Backroads Freedom is here. Back Road, yep. Every time I see his name, it reminds me of my son because he's probably younger than our son. Our son is getting ready to turn 39 in November, but he was a country boy that jacked up the pickup and had the pipes on the back and going down the back road, and loves outside. He's still has a business of his own that he works outside, but so that name makes me smile every time I see Back Road Freedom.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. So you have a son that's going to be 39 in November.
Yeah.
I have a daughter that's going to be 39 in October.
Okay.
Yeah.
we were prego buddies.
At the same time. I know. So Anne, tell us about So you've had your YouTube channel, but you probably didn't do
I
much on
didn't.
there.
I had a
Okay.
YouTube channel that was just my name, Ann
To
Dale,
watch.
and
Yeah.
just to watch and to chat and to meet new people. And actually, I didn't really until the pandemic came around. I didn't really watch YouTube that much. And then you start wanting to learn how to do things, and
Right.
and how in the world I knew I needed to grow a garden. How am I going to preserve all this? I've got 50 tomato plants out there. What am I going to do with
Right.
all these hundreds of tomatoes? And YouTube was my go to. And I started making so many friends that by 2021, I thought, I might be able to share another perspective out there. Haven't been around the sun a day or two, a couple of rings around the sun, um, to be able to slow down and share the wisdom of how gardening and life goes in the same. And if you get your mind in the right direction, that you can have a good day, even on a bad day. You can have a good day.
It's the thing that I love about you. That's the thing that I love and that inspires me. And um, it's, life isn't easy all the
It's
time,
not.
and didn't you find that something just changed? Well, I would say the big grand first change was 9/11. Something changed in our
Mhm.
world back then, didn't it?
I did.
Um, yeah. And I mean, we all remember where we were at that moment. We
Right.
remembered that, I think maybe at that time, people were willing to give up freedoms because they were concerned about safety, right? And
Right.
we just kind of fell into that.
Mhm.
This time, the pandemic came,
It kind of
things changed overnight, didn't it?
did. It really went in reverse, which was so unfortunate because where we were all, I live in a tiny town, not as tiny as your island, but I live in a little bitty town in northeastern North Carolina, and I grew up here. I've been here since I was 5, so I know a lot of people that live here. I know most of them, except for the newbies, the newcomers. But you go in the grocery store and you can't hardly get out because you got conversation with everyone and checking on how
Yes.
their kids and now their grandkids are doing, and their children went to school with our children. And um, then when that happened and people had on masks and they were afraid of each other and afraid of being catching something from you,
Yeah.
it changes people's attitude and it became more short and distant. And the mask could have well as been a wall, honestly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it was kind of my goal to still smile behind the mask and still wave
Yeah.
and still chat and still realize it's still me, it's still you. Let's just don't let this turn us all into um, everybody for themselves. That we're better
Yeah.
together. We're better together.
Yeah. And like let's not, move to an island so that you can get away from everybody on earth.
Something like that.
That's the beauty of this YouTube community that I was telling. My daughter, who'll be 39 in October, lives in the UK. She lives in London, so
Oh,
far away. And I had almost a 2-hour talk this afternoon with her. And
oh,
yeah, I know. I just miss her so much. But we talked
right.
about this and how you guys have become our YouTube family, really, and
Yes,
such support and such kindness and love from everybody. So it's nice, like no matter what, if this happens again, which
right.
very well could, right?
Tomorrow, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. But now you know how to can.
Right.
And so you were married for 40 years before you
Yep.
even started gardening,
44.
is that right?
Well, I was married for 40 years before we started gardening. Yep. We've been married 44 now, and we didn't ever have a garden. My husband worked at a shipyard, and he left the house at 2:30 in the morning and got back at 6 o'clock at night. So
Oh
on the
dear.
weekends, we were lucky that he mowed the grass, and then
Yeah,
when the kids started having sports in their lives and he was a coach, I would meet him in town at 5:50, kind of thing in the afternoon, and he would coach and we'd grab a burger and come home. We didn't have time for that. And I
Yeah.
was certainly not an outside person. If you
You
saw
and
me
me
mowing
both.
the grass or doing the weeds or anything like that, then you really needed to call somebody because there was something wrong with me at the time. And my family even now, because 4 years is a short period of time when you're already in your 60s, and all of a sudden this miraculous change comes around, and they'll say, "Who are you, and what have you done with my aunt?" Yes.
Yeah.
I like it okay. I like it just fine, but and by the way, how do you do this and this and this with a plant, and how do you can so and so?
Yeah, and so you've learned all of these things. So what was your profession before you started
I've
gardening and
been a
before your
number
husband?
of things. I was a radio announcer for about 8 years. I, worked at UPS. I worked as a manager of a children's dance and gymnastics studio. I helped manage a restaurant, and my latest career was a real estate agent.
Was
Uh-oh, you guys are frozen a little bit, but that's okay. We'll keep going. There you are. You're back again, kinda, sorta.
I missed what you said. I'm sorry that your
That's
latest
okay.
career.
Latest career was a real estate agent. One
Okay.
of my high school teachers that I was the teacher's pet in his class started a real estate business, and he asked me to come and join. So, went and got my real estate license, started selling real estate.
And how did you like that?
I liked it. It was hard work. That when I came in to the real estate business, that was lucky me when the market crashed. And so
Oh.
I didn't get wealthy, but I learned a lot. And they say the two biggest things in your life is planning a wedding and buying a house or selling a house. And
Yeah.
to be able to help people with one of the biggest events in their lives was I mean, I felt like it was an honor to be able to help people to do those kind of things.
Oh. Can you imagine Anne as your realtor? I mean, it would be so much fun. It
It
really
would.
would.
We had a good time. I made a lot of
Nothing
good
like taking
friends.
your work home with you, though.
Yeah.
Well, I have actually. I brought them in my own house.
Yeah. I know that Ryan's been trying to keep up with these, but I haven't been able to see
You
these
mighty
comments. So is there anything that I've missed as far as someone saying anything? And yes, thank you. Hitting the thumbs up is really helpful. Thanks so much. Hey there, Brenda. Welcome. Nice to see you here. Let's just don't want to leave anybody out at
That's
all.
okay. It's a lot of PR in life, Linda says. I'm not sure what she means by PR unless it's public relations, I would
Public
assume.
relations. Yes.
Mhm. And it
Yeah.
is. I mean, most everything I did in any of my jobs was in the service. I mean, I served someone.
Yeah.
And
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
yep,
No,
so I started
exactly.
my YouTube in 2021. Started well, first, for the first year, I just went to make friends with other people in other channels commenting, and they all knew me as Ann Dale. And so my first name of my first channel was Homestead in the Colony, because I live in an area that's called Cape Colony. And um, they said, "Who are you? I've never seen you before." And I went, "It's me. I've been talking to you for a year. It's me." So I put my name back in it. And then it was Ann Dale Homestead in the Colony, which is way too long. And so it ended up being Handale Homestead. That's
So
okay.
what made you decide to go on YouTube and make this just a fun thing? Hi, Jerry.
Actually, it was a challenge that a fella that I had been watching for a while, his name is Lead Farmer 73. And he had taught me how to can and garden, and the New Orleans Gardener taught me a lot in gardening. Homestead Heart taught me a lot in gardening. But he put a challenge out there. I think the reason why he did it is because people were driving him insane, making comments of what he was doing wrong. And so he said, for his birthday, I challenge all of you to make your own channels and then I can come and visit you. And whoever really does it right, really does it well, and uses thumbnails and the whole nines, then we're going to pick somebody. I've got a team. We're going to pick someone and we'll feature your channel so you'll get a good head start. And I thought,
Hey,
well, that would be fun. I mean, this was a over 100,000, person, and I was already a moderator
wow.
on his channel. And so I thought, wow, that's really cool. The man did not know that there would be like 400 people that started a channel, so he never did the final thing. But
Yeah.
he has managed to feature all of us in one way or another, to speak about us on his channel a little bit. But there was no prize because he wouldn't have
There was
been
no
able.
prize.
There were too many of us. Too many of us came in all at one time.
Well, and you would have won.
Of course. Except for, have you seen my first videos? Oh my gosh. They were horrible.
When did you actually? That's how I feel about mine. I'm like, oh no. The very first ones, I had people in my own family go, well, I mean, kind of dry. Yeah. And I'm like, well, right. I just had to tell the whole story from the beginning,
Right. Yeah, me too. My kids were going, okay, mama, okay. I don't want to embarrass you. They said, no, I mean, you do your thing. Because it was going to go anywhere, ever, because I was so bad.
No way.
My sister would call and laugh hysterically on the other side. She said, I love it. I just love it. You're so funny. And I'm going, well, I that wasn't really a funny time, but okay. Thanks.
Yeah, that wasn't my point. I wasn't trying to.
No, I went, oh, Jesse. Oh, you're terrible. He put my first video up there, you bad boy.
I saw that the other day. He did say that. That's true.
Yeah, he did. He's funny. He's a funny boy.
Well, and you and we were just talking about challenges. So yes. I saw a video of yours where you did a dance, right? And so we want to show everybody, we're going to premiere our dance that you challenged us to do.
Yay!
And it's right here. We're going to share our screen. Hope that you guys can see it.
Oh my gosh. You can't imagine how much I'm loving this.
So this is the one that you challenged us to do, and I hope you guys can all see it. Hope you can hear it. Go. That's it.
That is awesome.
You have to do it.
Oh my gosh. You got to put that out there somewhere where I can get it and save it and play it.
We hashtagged you. It's on Instagram right now.
Okay.
And so
I'm going to share it on Instagram. Oh gosh. That is so wonderful. Y'all, you just have stolen my heart.
That's not our thing normally, Anne. That's, as a matter of fact, we've never, ever done that in our life, have we? Never once.
But we were feeling kind of fly.
Man, you were rocking.
Well, we were watching you, and I just thought that was the most fun thing ever. And I was like, we just got to do that. Oh, look at there's.
Well, those people that I met down in Florida, went with Bobby and Sherry, and we came up with a dance. And so we were asking everybody at a Florida meetup to dance with us.
Yeah.
So, they started chatting to me a little bit about, okay, let me know what dance we're going to dance this year. I get to practice this time. You're not springing it on me with the cameras out. So that's why I did that. It was, oh my gosh, so fun. Y'all would be so fun at a party.
Yeah.
Having fun, perfectly sober, and just having a good old time. So
Yeah, we don't drink, so we
yeah,
just have fun. Doesn't just wherever we are. But
that's
anyways,
right.
we've never ever done that, and so now that Anne inspired us, we are putting the challenge out to all of you guys, and we want to see this dance video come up in our feed because we're
I want to see Jesse.
Yes.
yeah.
Jesse's going to a meetup with me. Well, we're all going to be there at the same time. He claims that he's coming to meet me, but there are dozens and dozens of other YouTube channels that are going to be there. I'll take it that he says he's coming all the way from Texas to Alabama just to meet me. I'll take it. But I do have that dance that
Yeah.
we're going to do at that meetup.
Oh,
that I
good.
and we're all staying in the same hotel. So Friday night, honey, we're gonna be around the pool practicing, getting our
Yeah.
I look fly.
So anyways, we wanted to show that to you so that you knew that we were taking you seriously and we're up for challenges, guys. So
Such an amazing surprise. That is the best surprise ever.
Thank you. So Pooch has just said, I challenged Brian at the Vineyard Farmhouse to post his dance moves. Yeah, challenge is out there, you guys.
There you
Pooch,
go.
Pretty and Pooch, we want to see that one coming up, and we can't wait. This will be really, really fun.
It would be great. It would be great. And I mean, I don't do it well, but I sure do have fun trying.
Well, same with us. Oh, I mean, it was, we looked at it and went, oh my word, do we really want that going out? But it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, just fun.
So,
We can't take ourselves too seriously.
exactly.
Party around the pool. That's right, Sherry. Oh,
so Anne, you have a family, and we've seen your so you have a daughter and a son?
I do. I have a daughter that will be, well, she's 35, and because West is 38. She's 36. 36, Lord have mercy. She's 36 and he's 38. They're both married to wonderful spouses. I adore my son's wife and my daughter's husband. And plastic glove in honor because of the germaphobe. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so they each have 2 children. My son has a daughter and 2 daughters. One was our bonus baby that came from the foster care that we adore, and she's fabulous. And they just had it on their heart. They certainly could have had other babies, but they had it on their heart to foster to adopt. And she looks like us. She is adorable. I mean, I expected anything. I mean, we were ready to love anything that came in,
Yeah.
It didn't matter. But this cute little strawberry blonde came in and stole our hearts.
Oh,
And
that's sweet.
she actually was her birthday and her older sister's birthday, which is their other daughter, is the same day.
Oh my goodness.
And she came in. My daughter-in-law's name is Caitlin, and the baby came named Kaylee.
My.
I mean, tell me the Lord didn't have plans on that one. Just he had laid it out from the day that child, well, before that child was born, probably. But
It's true. He knows, doesn't he?
he does.
Yeah. And
He
it's
really
so
does.
funny that you say that. I was a foster child until I was 12 years old. Until I was 7.
Okay.
So I had many different homes. So I found my forever family when I was 7, but I wasn't adopted till I was 12.
It takes a long time.
That's a 5-year audition.
So and I'm so grateful that I went into a family that was so amazing. But I understand. So I know that side of things. And I have fostered as well because I had to,
Right.
I have a heart for children and Yeah, and adore my own 4, but I also
Oh,
felt like
sure.
maybe I could make a difference in someone else's life too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I get all of that. I get the whole picture of it, and
Oh,
it's pretty amazing
it
that
is
people
amazing. We love her. She is one of ours, and,
love that.
they needed her because she is our
Yeah.
fun, wide open, jump off the cliff kinda girl, and their, oldest girl is not. She is much laid back and
Yeah.
yes, ma'am and no ma'am kinda thing. And then
Yeah.
our daughter has a son and a daughter. He's, 12 and she's 8, and they're precious, and Worth and I, my husband and I have them often, for the weekend or traveling around. The My son lives about an hour away, and our daughter lives about 2.5 hours away. So it's not you can get there and back in the same day, which
And you
is
can travel with the girls in the car and let them sing and play. And I love that video where you're looking at the camera.
oh
Yeah, you're
my
like,
god. I had them. I was already, I'm old now, so little people wear you out in about 2 seconds, but they had already spent the day before, the night, and then it was towards the middle of the next day, and they were riding, and I was trying, they were meow meow meow. And I'm thinking
Yeah, I saw
they're
that.
going to stop. They're going to stop. I'm sure they will. And I just they did that for 30 straight minutes. Now, I was taking them to their mother and father. I was not going to have them that afternoon. They
Yeah.
were laughing and giggling and having so much fun that it was worth me suffering driving
Yeah,
down the road listening to meow 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 meow. And I'm going,
I know.
they're
I
only
know.
little once.
You know what? And so this thought occurs to me every once in a while, and I literally practically cry when I talk about it, but I'm not going to today because this is so much.
Good.
The fact that, okay, so we drove from Oklahoma City all the way back to Vancouver Island, British Columbia, with
Oh,
my boys singing, playing, and my youngest daughter just like in the backseat trying to sleep. I mean, this
yes.
was days and days like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
But then you think about it, and eventually, like everything goes quiet,
It does.
and right? And there's a last time
I
for
knew you were going to
everything.
say that.
I know, there's a
It
last
is.
time. And you've probably read that poem and that about how there is a last time that you pick up your baby and
Mhm.
put them down there's a last time. We never know
Oh,
what
I
it
have
is.
goosebumps.
Right? I know, but there's a
Yeah.
last time. And so now it just makes me want to run up and try and pick them up at 39 years old. And I can't do it anymore.
Don't
I
let it be
can't,
the last time. I know.
I don't want
I
to let
understand.
it go.
And it's even different being a grandparent because I know I have sense enough to know that in a little while they're going to be teenagers and they're not going to have time for grandmama and granddaddy. They're not going to be interested in that. I mean, yes, they will love me, but they're going to be busy with their friends and their dances and their activities and things. They won't think that it's so fabulous to come and spend the weekend with grandmama and granddaddy.
I know. That's exactly right. That goes too. There's a last time until they get older and then all of a sudden you become more precious again, right?
Yeah, that's
You
right.
know, I wanted to answer Brian really quickly. Our challenge is going out and it's got to be "I Look Good" by Charlie Boy, right?
Oh,
It's got
yeah.
to be that one.
Yeah.
I look
Apples to apples.
good. I look fly. I mean,
Yeah,
Brian, if you don't want to, honey, you can pick another song, but I mean, that one's easy to dance to. And
yeah,
so
and we
is
want it.
fun.
Yeah, we want to see it because it's like fly, like
Yeah. I
yeah.
look
So
fly.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh, wouldn't we have fun? Hey, White Rock Homestead, welcome, welcome.
Yes, hey,
We're
White
just
Rock.
yeah, that's so nice. Who else, honey? Coffee walks. Yeah, hopefully we said hello. Hi,
Yeah.
Deb and OJ. I had seen something about how you also had fostered and adopted, I believe, right? And you had said that you found one of your children came at 10 and you adopted them at 12. And I just think that um, that's just wonderful. I mean, where would I be right now if I hadn't been adopted at the age of 12? Um,
Right.
right? You know, I mean, I
Yeah, Kaylee was about 9 months old when
Oh.
when they got her. So she was still a baby, but she was crawling, sitting up, crawling. But we're
Yeah.
just, so grateful that
She's
the Lord has
yours.
the plans. She couldn't be any more mine if she was birthed. I mean, absolutely,
Yeah.
she is ours. She just is. She's our
Yeah.
family.
That's like my parents too. My oldest daughter, the 39-year-old in London, she is my mom, like my adopted mother, but mom. She is her more
Yeah.
than anybody else, more than her own daughter. She is just my mom, who has passed away now, but they had such a bond, and
Oh,
it doesn't matter. Yeah,
it doesn't.
blood doesn't
No.
isn't that big of a deal. No.
Well, you think of the people that have shared the blood that still don't get along. So, oh, and Butler Family Farm said they adopted their son at 18 months. He couldn't walk.
Oh,
Okay.
I
And look
didn't
at
know
him
that.
now. He's running the farm.
Is he really?
I mean, he's doing Jerry, he is helping Jerry and getting out there and at Butler Family Farm and running the tractors and doing all the chores that Daddy says need to be done. So that's awesome. But
Yeah, sure is.
oh my
I
goodness.
like that comment. Oh my goodness, you're so stinking cute.
Thank you, Tish. I appreciate that.
I know. I just want to like dangle her on my knee. I mean, I'm a large woman, so I.
No, it will be fun. We have got to figure out a way when you guys are in Texas, when you're down here, and Jesse adopted his son. He and Lisa at 3.
Know that Jesse and Lisa. That's
And
wonderful.
there are a lot of kindred spirits in here tonight.
There surely are, because it takes a special person to adopt someone. And I spoke to somebody today about adoption. And you know, there's a bit of a risk there, honestly, because
Sure.
right? And
Sure.
yeah, you don't really know. I mean, is it 50% nurture or nature? Like you just don't know for
Right.
sure. But I think a loving home, family with arms that can hold a child, and they need that so badly. I think that can make those brain connections work when they are shown
Absolutely.
a lot of love. And
Absolutely. And it's not just the mama and the daddy, man. They've got to have a circle around them.
Makes a village.
Takes a village. It does.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think of our church family, how they took all of my children. They were their children, you know.
Yeah.
And they used to say, "Does it bother you that we love your children so much?" And I said, "Oh my, no. I mean, the more the better, really,
You
right?"
can't have too much love, I don't think. Good
Yeah,
gracious. That's for
yeah,
sure.
that's exactly right. Exactly right.
Now, poor Ryan, you would not get an opportunity to get a word in edgewise if Melody
Well,
and
I've
I
been trying.
were in the room.
I've been trying. My wife should write a book about how to raise and love children.
Yes.
Really. She
Well,
just, she's a master.
your experiences of not, like when I was riding in the car and I didn't stop them from going meow, 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 meow,
Right,
because it
right.
only lasts for such a short time. Or you enveloping your church family and the relationship that your children had with your mother, that there might not be blood connected there, but it made no
Right.
difference. It crossed all boundaries. And so, being able to we are old enough now. I mean, I'm older than you are, but we can put in perspective. I can put in perspective the really important things and those little things, those little irritating things that go away so soon, the singing and clapping and dropping food on the floor and spilling drinks, that ends so
Okay.
quickly.
Exactly. Oh, I agree so much, so much. That one of the things that my adopted parents, my mom did was, and I always wanted, and it resonated with me and made such an impact. If we ever had a mistake, ever dropped something, ever broke something, she never, ever, ever scolded us, like ever. So because of that, I knew those things were of value, and I was so much more careful because
Sure.
I appreciated that she cared enough to not make us feel bad. And so I never did with my children. Now, what happened was my children just became really, really, really honest people. And I would say, if you just tell mommy the truth,
Right.
you will never get in trouble. If you get, okay, well, I did that. Well, who just like ruined the stucco with the plate? I did. Like they were
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, how do we stop these things? Because as long as they could just tell us, they would just do them. But
That's
Took it
not
out of the wall with the airplane, right?
yeah,
We did.
I just noticed in here, Mighty Mouth has 3 sons, and today his youngest son's is Mighty Mouth a guy or a girl? I'm sorry, we didn't hear your name. Not sure. Their youngest child is 36. That's right.
Butler Family Farm said that his kid said he wasn't ever going to leave at 6 years old, 37, and he's still there. Okay. Well, hey, that when my children were growing up, our house was the hangout house. That's where all their friends. There were blankets and mattresses all over the floor, and kids hanging from the chandelier just about, because they could all come and spend the night and nobody was judged or anything. So when my children left, so did their friends.
Oh, no.
It was really hard to have. I went from always having 10 kids in the house to nothing. And so that was quite the adjustment. But once I adjusted, I kind of like it sometimes. I kind of like it. Truth be known.
Initially, though, the quiet was a bit deafening, wasn't it?
It was terribly deafening, but you get
Yeah.
used to it, and then you go, this ain't so bad.
Oh, you are cute. It's so true. It's
You
so
look at your
true.
husband and go, well, I think I like you because, you're the guy that I really liked a long time ago. So, yeah.
Oh, well,
That was
you
fun.
and your husband are sweet. He's the support. Hey, he's the quiet one, just behind, just helping out with things. And
He
doesn't.
is.
How does he feel about this YouTube thing?
He's very supportive. He does not want to be involved particularly. I do have to ask him if I can take his picture or if he would be in a little video with me here and there. I still have to ask. But
Right.
he's very supportive and has given me all the support in the world.
Oh, that's nice. And that's why it's Dale Homestead.
Yeah, because at first he was like, I'm not, no, just put me on. No, you do that, but not me. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. Out of my parents, my dad was the silent, strong one too. My mom was very strong as well, but I think if she had a YouTube channel, it would probably be very much the same. Just the support is there, which is really nice.
Yeah. Now I did tell him, and I like to try that and see what it's like. What you talking about, Jerry?
Oh yeah,
We've talked about so many things. Oh, you'd like to try the house being empty.
The sun, yeah.
Well, see, cute. It's afforded us an ability to be able, like when I can, Worth and I can together.
Yeah.
Put things up, or he lifts the heavy pots, or he's in there with me. He's really the cook of the house.
Right.
And,
yeah.
So we try to garden together and do the chickens together.
And so what are your plans? You've been doing the circuit and you're so popular, and are you just going to do you have any plans, or are you just going to keep doing what you're doing?
I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. It's so strange. I was so honored to be able to ask to be asked to be on both of the shows last night at Bryan for the Vineyard Farmhouse, and then tonight, of course, because you guys, I'm just crazy about both of you. I'm telling you.
Thank you.
And you go for months and months and nobody asks you to be on there, and then suddenly in a couple of weeks' time, 2 channels in the same week. So
yeah,
I am. I don't have any big events that are coming up immediately. I am really excited about this. It's called a garden festival at Petals
Mm.
from the Past in Alabama on September the 9th, and it's an all-day thing, and they asked me to be a featured YouTuber. What in the world is that? I'm just so
Yeah.
tickled I could hardly stand it. Yeah,
And
I mean, but
so you're a
I'm going
presenter
there.
there? Yeah.
I am, which is really super cool. And then when I talked about it, Jesse and Lisa and Jerry and his wife and Belt Loop 29 and his wife and Chuck from Life with Belinda and Chuck, they're all planning on coming too. And of course Black's Tropical's going to be there with me. They're my traveling buddies. And so,
Yes.
and we're all staying in the same hotel. Can you imagine? That little bitty town is never going to be the same with all of
Well, maybe that's where you can do your line dance. This I look
Yes,
good. All of you
that's
together. Wouldn't that be cool?
yes, that's what we're gonna do.
Whether they like it or not, that's what you're
Yeah,
doing.
that's what
Did
we're
you
gonna
hear that,
do.
Jesse?
Even if they just stand there and go,
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah,
fine too.
exactly. Well,
Oh,
we
one day at a time, Farmstead, you're coming. That's great. And Black's Tropical is also a featured YouTuber. Black's Tropical Homestead.
oh,
I know she's at that
wonderful.
poor hotel. What I got to tell you, because we're all looking for a deal. Everybody that does any kind of homesteading, we're looking for a deal all the time. Oh, you can't because of your knee, Jerry. Boo. Well, we love you, and I totally get it because I've had a knee replacement. I totally, totally get it.
I had heard that. When did this happen, and how long were you out for with that?
I had that done 5 years ago, June, 5 years ago. And it was probably the toughest thing I've ever been through. Honestly, it was very difficult. I'm quite jelly, as we say about Lisa's jams and jellies. I'm quite jelly of people that have their knee replaced and then they pop out of the hospital and say, "Oh, this is so much better. Everything is great." And they never look back and they start
Yes.
walking around the block like 2 days later.
Yeah.
Woo! I just didn't have the right procedure done or something. And yeah, it's been tough. Tough, tough, tough. Yeah, when
Yeah,
it
I
takes
understand. I had the spine thing happen.
yes,
Um,
you did.
yeah, so that was a bit rough too. I had 4 surgeries in a month. Every Tuesday I was in getting
They
getting in,
kept having to redo it.
and then eventually I had an anterior lumbar interbody fusion. So I have a fusion now on my spine. So
But they
that's
had
why
to
the
do those, they had to do it because they messed it up.
No, no, no. It just got worse and worse. Yeah, no, no. They
Okay.
amazing surgeon actually.
They tried
Oh,
a least invasive way initially,
oh,
and it didn't work. And then they tried it a little bit more, and then
further.
that didn't work. And then finally they had to do the full meal deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Oh,
it was
I see.
so it was like we were there every week, every Tuesday for a month, getting a new surgery. And I asked them, "Do we get a volume
Mhm.
discount?" I mean,
Yes. Oh man. But weren't you? I mean, you couldn't walk for a while.
No, no, no. I was in sitting in a wheelchair thinking, I don't know if I ever will walk again. But that was only for a week where I couldn't
Whew.
even stand. I couldn't stand at that point.
that
So
was scary.
That's
that
so
was
terrifying. And look
It
at you
was scary.
now.
look at me dancing.
After
Like
like
I
2 years
dance
later,
now.
baby, I had that knee replacement done so that I could do more things. And even though if it still hurts now, I am rocking it. I'm gonna go because you're not promised tomorrow, so you might as well live today. So
and
that's good
and
for you.
did your husband do that dance with you? Does he go to the functions as well?
He does not. He's
No.
gonna go on the cruise with me, but he hasn't
Oh,
quite gotten there yet. I'm kind of sort of
oh,
weaning him in. Shoo. I'm weaning him in a little bit
yeah.
because I'm saying now, babe, everybody else goes as a husband and wife, and would really make me happy if you would come with me. Mm. Then he said, I'm going on the cruise in 2 years. So we'll
Oh,
see.
you've heard him.
He is going on the cruise with me, but we'll see. Y'all will love him if you ever get to meet him. You'll love him. He's fun and funny, and is a good man. He's a really good man.
Well, I saw him trying your pie, and he quite enjoyed that.
Yeah, yeah. His name is Worth, and so it's a running joke where most of the time he's worth $1 million or worth a lot. And every once in a while, he's not worth a darn because I'm really upset. So I remind him of those times when he's not worth a darn.
You've been married 44 years.
Yeah. I got married when I was 19. What a baby. But I wouldn't have married it. I wouldn't have stayed with anybody else, I can tell you.
Oh, and that was in North Carolina, and you've been there all your life since you were 5 years old.
Since I was 5, I was actually, my parents were military. So I was born in Japan, made in the USA, born in Japan. And then they got stationed in California and Norfolk, Virginia, and ended up being in Edenton. My father, Ward says, ain't nobody got time for that. That's right. So, yeah, I've been in Edenton since I was 5. It's a little 5,000 people. Doesn't have but 5,000 people in it, and one grocery store. You have in our little town. It's a beautiful little town on the Albemarle Sound. Leads out to the Atlantic Ocean. It's absolutely gorgeous, historic, and we have little trolley tours that go around. You see all the historic homes and things, but we don't have everything that you want here. There's no Walmart or Kmart or any of those. But we have everything that you need. You can get everything that you absolutely need. You just can't. It's not I do go a little crazy when I get shopping in Walmart.
Oh, Jesse, we hit 40 years on August 15th, and they've never had a fight.
That Lisa hadn't won. That's right.
Oh, mighty
now.
Wow, you guys are amazing.
Yeah. They're 2 peas in a pod. So yeah, I'm kind of looking around going, now Bobby and Sherry have been my buddies traveling around and going to places, and my sister, and she's coming with me at the meetup in Alabama. It's like a 12-hour drive for me. So
wow,
my family wouldn't let me go by myself, which I could have very easily done that. I'm certainly capable.
Yes.
But I wanted somebody with me. Congrats, Tea Lazy Days.
yes, you guys. That's wonderful.
So, so that's the big thing that's coming up, because I know we're getting ready to run out of time a little bit, but and just doing the same old things. I am going to try to do a little bit more canning each time that I show it, although it's such a process that it's difficult to do it live. It's difficult to do it in a video because you have to stop and start it so much. But doing it live is like an hour and a half. Doing it in a video, there's so many, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. And there's not that much to it, but it's still a process that you have to go through. And so I haven't quite mastered that yet, but when I do show it, there's a lot of interest and people want to know, because we have our gardens, but we don't know what to do with everything. You've got 50 squash. What you gonna do with squash? You can't eat it before it rots.
Yeah, that's a lot of soup.
Right.
Well, I'm ashamed. I'm sitting here thinking, should I say this? Should I say anything about this? But I have in the past. I've had an amazing greenhouse and garden, and wonderful. Now, okay. I have a video that's coming out where I'm planting too, but it's only 3 buckets.
That's great. That's great. There's nothing,
because we came here so late, and I wanted so badly to plant. And then I thought, And we were like, oh, I should do a video. And then I watched it and went, wait, it's only like 3 buckets and it's only
Oh my
one
gosh.
vegetable.
No, there's a new thing out there. It's called the 5x5 gardening. Get a 5x5 spot and have 5-gallon buckets all over
Yeah.
the place. So anyone that has like a patio or, a tree out there close to the ocean on an island, you can have
Yeah.
3 gallons. And that's fantastic. Lisa and Jesse, it's too hot for her. Yeah, I do go live every Tuesday. Thank you, Jesse.
She's so on it. She doesn't miss a thing.
Thank you. Every Tuesday. I do have a Tuesday. And that's right. You do have to start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So these are just 3 5-gallon buckets for now.
Fantastic.
But I was doing it and I thought I'd love to have someone to visit with and talk to when I do this. So I may as well just put it on. So anyways, I mean, it will get bigger and we are going to do a greenhouse, right?
Sure.
It's,
Well, you're going to do a fancy greenhouse.
a fancy one.
Gosh. I mean, it's going
Yeah.
to be wonderful. But like Jesse and Lisa, it's too hot in Texas for them to put things outside. She's growing them inside in hydroponics, which is
Oh.
amazing. So,
Isn't that fun?
you might even have a little pod of a hydroponic thing in your cabin that you can grow some things.
Yeah,
Because
we sure could,
it'd be too cold outside for you. Slice it and
Yeah.
air dry it and put it in a string, dry it for the winter time. Linda, is there anything that you have not done?
Well, that was my question.
She is amazing. What
Yeah,
a life
she
has
is.
lived.
I know.
Oh, Sandy's Island. This was with Black's Tropical Sherry and Bobby. When the pandemic came around, she was working in senior living or nursing home or something. She was looking after a friend of hers, 107, and brought her home when they were getting ready to close the country, and it was only supposed to be for 2 weeks.
Right.
And she, her friend would have perished in not seeing anybody familiar for 2 weeks. So they brought her to their house and brought her home. And it ended up being for like a year and a half or something. But she never went back. And she had an island, Ossabaw Island, that is off of the close to there in Savannah, Georgia, and grew up on the island and only ate island food and had donkeys and alligators and pigs. And they had a huge, cage free, camping cage free.
Welcome. Thank you for coming in. Wow, that's interesting. And where was that island?
That's off of the coast of Savannah, Georgia. Okay. And she grew up there. I mean, and there are books that are written about her, and the island's been preserved. Now, she died on her 108th birthday, surrounded by a whole bunch of love. I mean, my goodness, can you imagine? I always said I didn't want to live that long, but I can tell you, if I lived that long happy like her Sandy was, that'd be all right.
It sure would. Yeah, it sure would. Wow. Well, I'm so thrilled that you've come to see us tonight. Thank you so much. And I would really love to meet you one day face to face.
Me too.
That would be fun.
That'd be awesome.
And of course, we would love all of our pals to come here to a meetup on Bird Island. It's hard to get here. It is.
We'd be piling up that barge, and I can't stand mosquitoes, girl. We got mosquitoes here in our backyard, pick you up and take you away. But I know they're nothing like on your island. So like I said, the other chat, I get my mosquito suit and I'm there.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, you probably haven't seen it because it's this season that I do it, but literally I'm always garbed with mosquito netting with I can't stand it any other way. It's brutal,
Yeah.
But it's not for very much longer. Then they do die off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
They do.
The falls here are beautiful. There's no bugs.
Yeah.
Right. That's right.
The autumns, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice because our mosquitoes stay here all year round.
Oh, yeah. We do have a bit of a reprieve. So thank you so much for coming. We always end our lives really abruptly, but this time we can actually say goodnight to everybody. Thank Ann Dale for joining us.
Thank
It's
you.
been a pleasure to have you, and we're just really delighted that we got this opportunity. So everybody out there, you guys have been challenged. I've seen a couple say, yeah, yeah.
I think that'll be a lot of fun to just play a bunch of these next week.
Wouldn't
Well,
that be
I mean,
cool?
wouldn't
That
that
would be
fun?
super fun.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be really, really
Just
fun.
bring people up from the basement to the green room or whatever you call them and show their dance moves. That would be awesome.
Exactly. That would be super fun. Okay, everyone. Thank you again. Good night. Good night. And where do we shut this
Oh,
Good night, guys. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here.
down? Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you guys soon. Good night.
bye-bye.